Why I'm making this video right now, because Beyblade vs. Gotchi literally releases this Friday, and we'll probably get like more news on it like tomorrow, but I thought I might as well keep you guys informed on like all the Beyblade news when it comes out. So yeah, recently we got some pictures of the new Gotchi bays, we got pictures of packages, we got pictures from Koro showing all the parts, we got pictures of the anime, so I'm gonna be talking about all that stuff today. Where should we start though? Let's start with the entry set. So yeah, we got a leaked image of the packaging for the Beyblade vs. Gotchi entry set. You know these entry sets where they have like the stamina and like 2 different Beyblades and launchers that you can battle with. Anyway, the Beyblade vs. Gotchi entry set has slash Valkyrie and also Ace slash Gran slash whatever, I forget the last one. I think it's Ace Gran Rock Dragon. That sounds so weird. That sounds like a Yu-Gi-Oh card, but it's Beyblade. It's confusing. Anyway, so yeah, this set comes with Valkyrie and the new Dragon Beyblade. We got a picture of it. Obviously, it's going to be on screen. And overall, I'm going to be talking about the aesthetics of the 2 Beyblades real quick and the aesthetics of the Beyblade vs. Gotchi series before I move on to the actual parts in this set. Anyway, so yeah, let's start off with, I'll talk about the Dragon one later because it's a little bit more hype. Let's talk about the new slash Valkyrie. And honestly, the new slash Valkyrie, it looks really cool. I'm really digging the gold and the blue and the red. It looks like a standard Valkyrie, and I love how they added that gold to it. It's a really nice highlight. Also, my question is that gold made out of metal or is it just painted plastic? Because if it's made out of metal, that'd be crazy because it does have metal contact points. Also, going off that idea, I kind of like how the Gotchi Beyblades or the GT Beyblades, they're not like overwhelmed with metal. There's not like a bunch of metal on the layer. Like after Chozi, everyone thought that they were just gonna make full-on burst metal fight bays, where it's like burst bays except metal all around them. But I like how Takara didn't do that, because that would be like a huge power gap from like Chozi to Gotchi. Actually, I think some Chozi bays might actually weigh more and have more metal than these Gotchi bays. Anyway, I'll be talking about the Gotchi Beyblade gimmick, which we've kind of already known, but I'll go into more detail about that later. Anyway, so yeah, overall, I really like the design of slash Valkyrie. I mean, I don't really like it. It looks like what I would think a Gotchi version of slash or Valkyrie would be. That's what I mean. It's a nice design. It's clean, but it's not wowing me, in my opinion. Honestly, I feel like it's kind of a downgrade from Chozi Valkyrie. Although I will say it looks a lot better. I feel like performance-wise, it might even be a downgrade from Chozi Valkyrie, which is interesting to think about. I mean, like, it's not the first time that Takara Tomy would make a Beyblade the evolution of a downgrade. For instance, have you guys like whatchamacallit? Let me think of a Beyblade real quick. Drain Fafnir. I think Drain Fafnir is probably better than Geist Fafnir. Anyway, moving on to the next Beyblade in the set, we have the new Dragon Beyblade. And basically, the gimmick to this Beyblade, or what Takara Tomy likes to say the gimmick is, you can change the kind of, I don't know what these Gotchi parts are called. So basically what happens is the layer is split up into 3 parts. There's the top part of the layer, there's the middle part of the layer which has metal, and there's the bottom part of the layer that makes most of the contact, or basically all of the contact. So I guess I'll just be calling it the bottom layer. Anyway, so the bottom part of this layer, it's interchangeable. There's 3 different parts that you can interchange it with, and I guess in the anime, the main character will have all 3 parts, and depending on his battle, he'll change up the layer, which is really cool. It's really interesting, and that's why we get like 3 different names, because there's stamina, defense, and attack one, I think, and the attack one I'm guessing is called Ace. I don't actually know the names, but like I can assume that the attack one's called Ace, because Ace is pretty cool, and Takara Tomy usually likes to make attack names cool like that. The rock one is probably called it's probably the defense type, just because rocks are hard and defensive. Like when you think of a rock type Pokemon, you think of a very like defensive Pokemon. Like when I show you a picture of Onix, you'll be like, oh yeah, that Pokemon must be really defensive because it's literally a giant boulder rock thing. And finally, that leaves Gran being the stamina bottom layer. So yeah, the bottom layer is interchangeable between the types, and that's the main gimmick for the Dragon Beyblade. Overall, I'm not sure how I feel about the Dragon Beyblade. We'll talk about its individual bottom layer and parts later, because for now, this image at least doesn't really show too great of the defense or the stamina one. But the attack one, it shows on the layer right there. I really like the attack one. I think the attack one looks really cool. I like how they have like orange fire and the blue, and it's a nice looking Beyblade, I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, enough talking about the Beyblades. Let's finally get to the parts in this set. Of course, you get the stadium, the Beyblades, and finally, if you can see on the bottom, you can barely see it, we get 2 light launchers. One of them is a white light launcher with a red ripcord, which looks really cool. I really like the red ripcord. And the other one is a blue light launcher with a black ripcord, and the blue light launcher looks really cool. As for the stadium, it's basically just a standard stadium. It's a standard white stadium. Alright, enough talking about this image. Let's talk about this other image we got. We got an image of the packages, or the packaging. Overall, the packaging, it kind of just looks like the God series packaging towards the end, or not the God series, sorry, the Chosi series packaging towards the end. Nothing too impressive, but we also, in the packaging, got revealed that there's another new Beyblade. As you can see to the right, we get this green Beyblade, this emerald green Beyblade with gold highlights, and because it's green and because of its shape, I'm guessing it's gonna be a defense type. I actually don't know the name of this Beyblade, but overall, by design, I like it. I think it looks really nice. It kind of has like that wyvern kind of vibe, and I definitely like the bright green, the emerald green, kind of like the same green that Geist Fafnir had. Very nice green, definitely reminds me of Geist Fafnir. Very nice Beyblade. I'm really looking forward to it. Hopefully it's going to be good. And also, again, is the gold part on all these Beyblades, is that metal or is that just plastic? I have a feeling it's just plastic and there won't be any metal contact between these Beyblades. It's kind of the opposite of, or not the opposite, but it's different from Chosi, because if you guys remember Chosi, it definitely had like some metal contact points, not too many metal contact points, but a lot of Chosi Beys had certain metal contact points. As for these Gachi Beyblades or these GT Beyblades, it doesn't seem like they're gonna have any metal contact points, but instead the layers are going to be a lot heavier because of course they have like weighted discs inside of them. Imagine that, 2 discs in a Beyblade is going to be, every Beyblade is going to be like super crazy. My weak arm, my skinny arm won't be able to like pick up the Beyblades anymore. they'll be weighing too much. Anyway, enough talking about the packages. There's not really anything else to talk about them besides obviously the main Beyblade, the Dragon Beyblade, will be a starter that comes with a launcher. Okay, so the next image I have here is an image of the full, all the parts of the new Dragon Beyblade, Ace, Gran, Rock Dragon. Again, it sounds like a Yu-Gi-Oh name. It's Blue Eyes White Dragon, Ace, Gran, Rock Dragon. Anyway, let's just go through all the parts individually. Obviously, we've seen the top 2 parts, the top layer and the weight disc for the layer. The weight disc for the layer, I don't know. I don't know really what to expect from them because we've only seen one weight disc, and overall, it's kind of average. As for the top part of the layer, I kind of like it. I kind of like the dragon aspect. I like how it's cool. I like the color scheme. I like blue and gold, but as for the design, I'm not the hugest fan of. Moving on to the bottom part of the layer, the main part of the layer, as you can see, that is the attack one right there, the white, and overall, on the side you can see that it also has the other 2 interchangeable bottom layers, the attack one, the defense one, and the stamina one, of course, Ace, Rock, and Gran. Overall, I'm definitely digging the attack one the most, just because the attack one kind of looks, in my opinion, definitely looks the coolest. I really like the flames and the gold on it, but the other 2, they still look pretty cool. I'm guessing that the red one's going to be stamina because of its design, it's very round, and the black one's going to be defense because of the way the wings are shaped or whatever. Also, I think it's definitely going to be a right... and actually, I think it's already confirmed. It's already a right spin Beyblade, which is a little disappointing because, whatchamacallit, because it's a dragon, and all dragons are known to be left spin, so, like, why would you make the main character a dragon and not give him a left spin It's just, like, why? It doesn't make sense. Just make it a left spin. I was kind of so disappointed when that news came out. They should have totally just made it a left spin Beyblade. Anyway, let's move on to the other parts. It looks like in this new series, they're totally getting rid of the frame system. It seems like all discs in the system will be just like Chosi Valkyrie's disc, the Zenith disc, where it's going to be like frame and layer combined, which I'm not disappointed. I actually really like that. And as for the layer design on the Dragon Beyblade, it looks super big. It looks like it's going to be really heavy. It has a lot of metal on it, and in my opinion, it's definitely a very cool looking disc. Like there's not really it kind of reminds me of the Zero disc, because of course there's like two giant like circles on the top, and yeah, it's just basically to me an upgrade Zero disc. As you can see in the top right corner, we get a side view of this Dragon Beyblade, this new Dragon Beyblade, Gran Rock. I can't keep calling it Gran Rock Ace Dragon. That's gonna be so annoying. Imagine when I actually get the Beyblade and every time I battle it's gonna be like, this is a battle between Gran Rock Ace Dragon. Like, that's so lame. I don't want to call it that. I'm just gonna be calling it Dragon. Anyway, so in the top right corner, we see an image, or a side view image of the Dragon Beyblade, and it looks so bulky. Like, look how chunky that Beyblade is. That Beyblade is thick. Anyway, moving on to the final part on this Beyblade, we have the driver. As for the driver, I have no idea what's going on there, but I'm guessing because Ace Rock Grand Dragon is this balance type, is probably going to be some like mode changing driver. It's really thick, and it definitely looks like it has metal on it. It looks like it's going to be a very heavy driver. I really don't have any speculations on it. Maybe it's going to be like a Zeta driver, except a lot heavier and like different tips, I guess. You know how Zeta had like a Quake, a Fusion, and a like massive tip? Maybe this one's gonna have like more standard, like maybe a Survive tip. Imagine like a Rubber Extreme tip. No, interchangeable like Zeta but with rubber. That would be amazing.